guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kristen and this channel is all things Disney, and today I am bringing you another more calm sit-down video, and we're going to talk about the hits and the misses of the 50th anniversary celebration. So if you are new here and this is your first time to my channel, I went to the Disney World 50th celebration the second week of October, so pretty close to October 1st, and I tried everything that I possibly could that was 50th related, tried to get a good idea of what I thought worked, what I thought was missing, and these are just my thoughts. They're no in way, shape, or form anybody else's opinions except my own. I do know that there are quite a few opinionated people out there. There are a lot of different reviews and thoughts about this celebration and if Disney hit the mark or missed the mark. So you're welcome to visit other people's channels and TikToks and see what their opinions were. These are just my own, and I speak only for myself and myself alone. So I did take notes on my phone, so I will read from my phone if you see me looking down, but I really quickly just want to say that there are going to be 5 hits and 5 misses. I tried to make it a pretty small summary kind of idea because I don't want this video to be super long, since my last video was very long because there was a lot to uncover in that one. So this one will be pretty short, sweet, and to the point. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now, really quickly, I just want to point out I do have a new setup back here. If you can see, I did get the 50th anniversary castle playset, which I thought was super cute, and I knew I wanted to put it in the background. I also have my popcorn bucket and my wishables there. And then I added this little setup right here with my Mickey and Minnie plush, my 50th tumbler, my Dooney and Bourke magic band. I am wearing a hoodie that's the 50th, which I showed in my last video, and the Loungefly 50th ears, which I actually forgot to show you guys that I got in the order that I placed on Shop Disney before actually going to Disney World. So these were sold out in person, but I did order these before we even went. Now let's get into this. So we're gonna start off with the hits because I feel like Disney did quite a few things that were really good, and that's always the best place to start, is the best parts of it. So the first thing, when you go to Magic Kingdom, I really liked that they brought everyone together. They kind of kicked off the celebration with this little short, I would say it's maybe like 3 to 5 minute little stage presentation at the front of the castle, which I love that we're bringing back castle shows because that is a huge thing that has been missing out of the Disney experience in the past couple years since COVID started. So it's very nice to see a little bit of a celebration right at the front of the castle, opening the parks with a nice little song, dance, and little skit from Mickey and Minnie, and it really does get you in the feeling, get you in the spirit, and really wants you to enjoy the 50th experience. I think they do a good job at doing that as an opening celebration, kind of kicking everything off before you can go into the parks, get into the different lands, and I think that it just does a really good job at focusing in your attention on what is really happening right now in Disney World, and that is the 50th celebration. Number 2 of hits is the 50th cavalcade. So they didn't actually change the other cavalcades, which I feel like they could have done, but that is something else that we'll discuss in a little bit later part of the video. But they do have a 50th cavalcade that used to be, I think it was called Mickey's Celebration Cavalcade, which was them in their little polka dot outfits, and that was really cute and all, but they switched it over to a 50th cavalcade, so everyone's in their iridescent outfits. You get a nice up-close look at what they are wearing. You get to wave and interact with your characters as they go down the cavalcade. They have a really cute song to go with it. I think that, adding that is a really good idea, especially because you don't really get to see them other than the cavalcades. So it was very good that they did add a 50th cavalcade to kind of amp up the celebration and make sure you know who is the focal point of that celebration, which is Mickey, Minnie, and his friends. And Mickey's friends and Minnie's friends. So it's a really great cavalcade. It's definitely important to catch that if you are at the 50th celebration at Magic Kingdom, because that is one of the only times you'll see them in their 50th outfits in person. So just remember that, and I think that that was a really good hit as well. The third item for the hits is the golden statues. Now, I do like, for one, that the golden statues are not just in Magic Kingdom, but they are throughout all 4 parks. So you can really look for the hidden statues here and there. And I also like that that's kind of a focal point and something that you could do with your time there is if you want to, you can go search for these statues. There are some hidden, there are some that are more obvious, like Mickey and his friends are really close to the castle, they're easy to find, easy to spot, but there are some that are smaller that are a little bit hidden, higher up, that you may not catch unless you're looking for them. So I think that those golden statues are really nice. It's an extra decorative element that's specifically 50th revolving around the 50th, which I think they did a really good job with. And I think especially because the 50th could kind of get lost, especially with the holidays happening right now. So it's nice to have that focal point of the 50th golden statues to search for, to take pictures with, and to kind of explore throughout your visit for the 50th celebration. So number 4 is the snacks, the treats, and the meals that they did specifically revolving around the 50th. I tried a lot of the 50th celebration treats, and you do have to know I am gluten-free, but every time I go to Disney I somehow manage to break that because I need to try the 50th or the special sweets that aren't really gluten-free. I tried cookies, Rice Krispies, cakes, and mousses, and cheesecakes, and all this fun stuff. If you are interested in any of that, on my TikTok I made a video, on my Instagram I made a reel. Again, it's Beauty and the Z on both platforms. And for that, you can kind of see which ones I tried. I actually tried a lot more than what fit in the video. So if you guys are interested, I could do an entire review of all of the 50th snacks, treats, and meals that I tried. But I do like that they brought that element throughout all 4 parks. You can really try different things at each park that are specially made for the 50th or have a special twist for the 50th, which I think is really, really nice. And I think it was an important way of bringing the 50th to all 4 parks, again, because most of the celebration is at the Magic Kingdom. Number 5 is a hit and a miss, and so this is going to be our transition, but I do want to say that the hit is that the quality of merchandise and the amount of merchandise that they have come out with in terms of variation and styles is really, really good. I mean, every single person there is going home with a 50th merchandise item, regardless if you didn't intend on it or not, because something will catch your eye. The coloring and the styling, I think they did a really good job across touching a lot of different people's styles and colors and preferences. So I think they did a really good job with that. I think that it really hit me because a lot of that stuff I really like. Obviously, you can tell from my haul, my previous video. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. That is a huge haul. It'll give you guys an idea of everything that's pretty much available right now. But I really like that they have the individual collections that they're, kind of planning ahead and not really like bringing everything out all at once. But yeah, I think they did a really good job with the merchandise. Obviously, it's eye-catching because not a lot of people would want anything if it's not, and they did a really good job because you know that a lot of people are going home with something from the 50th. So now let's move to the miss of the merchandise. So this is miss number 1, and it is also merchandise, and with that it is the quantity. So I know that every company right now is having supply chain issues because of, freight boats and just getting all the merchandise in and getting it from different countries and all of that stuff. But I think that Disney is kind of missing the mark with creating these limited edition and limited quantities sort of attention around that, I guess. Because what's happening is you're having all of these personal shoppers, all of these people who want to resell on eBay, on different platforms, going in, buying a ton of merchandise up, and then they're making double or triple or even quadruple the profit that Disney would have made if they just would have had more quantity of that item. The Starbucks tumblers are a good example of that. All of the 50th merchandise is a really good example of that. And it scares me because the people who aren't able to get into the parks have to buy it on a reselling site because it's not available on Shop Disney. It's only available in person, and if there's not enough quantity or if they don't have it out for a long enough time because it's a limited edition, then you have to overspend to get that. And so Disney's missing out on all of that money that could potentially be going to them because it's going to resellers who are making a profit off of buying it and reselling it. So it's a huge miss in my book. I think Disney really needs to reconsider what they're doing. I understand the supply chain issues. I understand that they've even been pushed back collection launches, like the iridescent collection, because of this. But I just think that if they had enough quantity and they didn't make it such like a limited edition sort of situation, especially when it's supposed to be an 18-month celebration, I feel like they're really missing the mark there. And it's very upsetting. I know a lot of people have been upset about it, and I just really quickly wanted to say that is probably the biggest miss that Disney has with all of their merchandise right now, and I feel really bad for the people who can't get their hands on things because they're double or triple the price that they are in the store or in the parks. My second miss is the fireworks. So the beacons of magic, absolutely incredible, which I actually probably should have mentioned that as a hit. I really love the beacons of magic. It is really special, very magical. Love that. That definitely is my other hit that I probably should have had on my list. I'm sorry that I forgot that. But the fireworks were a bit of a miss. I'm not going to give my full opinions on that because I could do an entire video on that. But I think that they could have done a lot more with the fireworks. I think that they could have done a little bit more of I feel like there just could have been more magic to it. The song is called You Are the Magic. The fireworks were missing the magic. The fireworks were missing the sparkle. I just feel like there's a lot of stuff missing. There weren't even that many fireworks involved in the fireworks show, which is more projections. I just feel like there's some lackluster parts to it, and I feel like they could have done more. So I did really quickly want to mention that as one of my misses. I was very disappointed. I know a lot of people are disappointed, so I wanted to mention it. But if you guys do want an entire review or all of my thoughts on the fireworks, let me know in the comments down below and I can do an entire video dedicated to it. Number 3, I mentioned the cavalcade for the 50th, but their biggest miss is not having a 50th parade, including all of Mickey's friends, all of the princesses all in one. I understand these individual cavalcades is supposed to reduce the amount of people standing around for COVID, but people are standing around anyway. You're also packing them like sardines for the fireworks. So, preventing them from being able to see a full parade that's 20 minutes long with all of their favorite characters and having little kids having to walk away and come back and walk away and come back. It's just a lot. I feel like they could have done a huge 50th parade, especially if they're not bringing Festival of Fantasy back, which is one of my favorites. They could have done something magical and amazing, and it's really missing a parade. So 50th celebrations should have a parade with not just a cavalcade, but everyone involved with a new soundtrack and everything. I think they could have done a lot with it. And they could have made the cavalcade even bigger. They could have had a different parade float. They just reused the same ones from before. So I just feel like there was a miss there. There's definitely a parade that should be in this 50th celebration, and I hope that within the next 18 months of the celebration, or now it's going to be this next 17 months, that they do something, because it's definitely missing some kind of spectacular moment throughout the day. My number 4 is dispersing the magic. I mentioned that there are beacons of magic at all 4 parks, and there are treats at all 4 parks, and there are golden statues at all 4 parks. However, the majority of the magic and the celebration is at Magic Kingdom. I feel like they really could have brought it to life throughout all 4 parks a little bit more, added even more decoration, added even more maybe a different musical soundtrack for each park that was more 50th related. I just feel like I do understand that the 50th celebration is actually the 50th birthday of the Magic Kingdom. So I do understand that the majority of it is supposed to be at the Magic Kingdom. But if you're going to be selling merchandise at all 4 parks, if you're going to be having treats at all 4 parks, I think that there's just more that they could have done. Because once you leave the Magic Kingdom, you don't really feel the 50th spirit anymore. You just feel the other parks, which I know some people might not want the 50th at all 4 parks. And I understand that. And again, this is just my opinion. But I was just looking for a little bit more besides just the beacons of magic, which is beautiful. I just was looking for a little bit more of something new. Maybe a 50th cavalcade or a 50th little moment at each park, not just Magic Kingdom. And my last one is a wish, and I know that they're starting to do this, but I just want more, and it is character interactions. Now they are just literally 3 days ago, they started to have the characters to do distant meet and greets, which is amazing, and I'm super happy that they're even bringing that back. I know COVID is really limiting this interaction, so I'm not blaming this on Disney, but I just really wish we could interact with all of our favorite Disney friends in their 50th celebration and just in person, and having 50th special picture moments. and being able to hug our friends again. And I know that, again, I know this is not Disney's fault. This is just the world that we live in right now. But I just really, really miss it. And I wish that they could have brought back character interactions at the beginning of the 50th celebration to really make it even more magical. Seeing your friends walking, or your Disney friends walking around and wearing cute little outfits, even like Winnie the Pooh could have worn, like they all could have worn really cute outfits, and you could have interacted with them, and even if you couldn't hug them, like at least see them more. And I understand that they were trying to do that with some of the interactions, having them kind of sporadically pop up in here and there, and I understand all of that. I know they're doing as much as they can. It's just something that I really just want to hug my Disney friends again, and I'm sure that they feel the same. So those are my hits and misses of the 50th celebration. Let me know if you've been there, what are your thoughts, what are your hits, what are your misses, and if you are planning on going, what are you looking forward to the most? I want to hear all of your guys' opinions. Again, this is a community and we are all a family here. So I want to know what you guys think, and I'm excited to celebrate more in December, and I'm going again and again and again during this 18-month celebration. So I'm excited to see what Disney is able to bring back in that time frame and what more magical things they can present to us to really make it an amazing celebration and anniversary for Disney. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys very, very soon in my next video. Bye!